Favorite dish was halwa.
Yeah,
Had that? You're in Asia now.
yeah. Well, I haven't. I took my friends to a place called Pistachio. It's a Mediterranean spot, and like some of the food, you gotta take 3 days to prepare. I was like, maybe I should do this for my after weigh-ins meal, but I don't think it's gonna work out. Next time I'm here, which I plan on being here a lot, I plan on going there.
Stylistically, obviously, you like getting into scraps, but you're very good on the floor as well, the ground.
Yeah.
Your opponent too kind of has the same
Uh,
credentials. How do you kind of analyze the fight?
Man, this guy, I think out of his last 4 fights, 3 of them were fight of the nights. So the guy knows how to turn the fight into a brawl. And like you said, he has good grappling credentials. He's got a good judo background, jiu-jitsu background, but for some reason he just loves to scrap. And I'm not big on game plans. I try. So if you push me enough, I'm gonna end up doing the same thing. So hopefully I can stick with the game plan.
Right, and you also said there was a period for 2 years when you did not have a win. You said that was very tough for you mentally.
Extremely.
How are you feeling now? Is it better because you've got back to winning ways, things are looking up for you? How do you feel?
Ye- So, outside of my career, everything was great. My life was moving forward fine, but the thing is, for your career, you start having doubts, and doubts are just, that's a killer. You start having doubts, and then you fight differently. Like, I fought Thiago Moises, tough guy, but, I really thought I had the advantage standing in on the ground, but I didn't want to risk it, so I fought very safe. My last fight, I had Dober, and I still came out with a little bit of doubts, and I was like, okay, let me take it slow and see if I can find my range and then work from there. And then it turned out to be a terrible round for me. I got caught really badly because he came out guns blazing. So that's the one thing I noticed when you're on a bad streak like that, the doubts can really mess with you.
Right, and at that point, how good is it having someone like Cordero by your side?
So, funny you mention that. Having him there, he's the kind of guy who knows how to build you up. Some coaches have to break you down and then build you up. He's the kind of guy, he just doesn't really break you down. He just knows how to build you up, and having him there was extremely important. Not just for the wins, but like the entire 2-year period. After each loss or the draw, we would sit down, we would talk about it, and then set a game plan to go forward. And that's what we did, and now I'm here.
Right, and the losses also you could not say that, people saw it coming, whether it be that freakish knee or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So how difficult was it just to get through that period?
That was a tough part too. So everyone's talking to me, and they're like, well, you were winning that fight, and then that other one, this or that. People kept trying to say, oh, it was bad luck and things like that, but I'm not really believing in luck. So I'm like, I don't believe in luck. That happened for a reason. It must have been a technical mistake, and I really do believe it was a technical mistake. We try to get back in there. We try to get rid of those technical mistakes, and when it comes to the takedown and making sure I don't expose myself, that was one of the things I worked really hard on. And then if you watch the Thiago Moises fight, you'll see that I went for a lot of takedowns without risking too much. And sometimes it's not as exciting, but it is safer and smarter. So this fight, I hope I can fight safer and smarter, but it doesn't always work out like that, as you saw the last fight.
Right, as I said, you love getting into scraps. Your opponent does as well.
Yeah, man, I really do. I enjoy winning, obviously, but I also enjoy establishing dominance. When you start scrapping, at some point someone's gonna fade. At some point someone's gonna say, this was a mistake. I shouldn't have done this, or I shouldn't have done that. I want it to be the other guy. Like, I want it deep down to be the other guy. I want him to push as far as he can push, and then say, man, no, this was a mistake. And I love that. So that's the part of me that likes scrapping. But sometimes you have to be better than that and smarter than that, and just get in there and do the easier way.
Does that happen when you're sparring at King's MMA, something of that sort?
So that's the other thing. At King's MMA, I have a day where we do more of a technical training where I work the game plan, and then I have a day where, okay, you're strong in this game, I'm gonna go into this game. You do this, okay, let's do this. One guy's a boxer, I'm gonna box with him. One guy's a kickboxer, I'll kickbox. One guy's a wrestler, we're gonna wrestle. Let's see who's gonna get the takedown. So there's definitely that, and that definitely plays into it. You know, that plays into your mind, like, oh, I did this with this guy, so I should be fine in this fight. But you got. I hope I stick with my strengths.
We've seen many fighters even kind of talking to psychologists, kind of taking away that aspect of fighting. Probably, has anything of that sort happened?
I haven't seen a psychologist, and you know, nothing against it. I think it's actually a good idea. Some guys need it, but man, I spend most of my time in prayer. When I pray, I get my peace, and when I have my peace, I fight well, and I feel really peaceful this week. It's been a peaceful week, so I feel good.
What are your thoughts on the division as a whole right now?
Division's actually on fire, I think, right now. I think it's nice to have Khabib as champion because he fights on a regular basis. I think the challengers are pretty good. I would like to see some grappling guys go for the title, some more grappling heavy guys. So far it's all been strikers, and Khabib seems to have kind of the idea for strikers. He seems to have the game plan. So that's what I would like to see. But overall, the division is so good, man. I mean, you got Khabib, Tony's right there. I hope that fight happens. And then Dustin Poirier, you got Justin Gaethje, all these guys. It's a fantastic time to be in the lightweight division. I hope to get up there as soon as possible.
What do you think would be next for you, considering you win this weekend?
Good question. Good question. Because, you know, this fight is it's an exciting fight. It's a tough fight. My opponent is no slouch, but on record, on paper, he doesn't have the best record because he's fought at welterweight, and then his fights at lightweight he's actually won, but he has some losses at welterweight. So looking out at it on paper, it doesn't do much for me. So with that being said, I don't know where they'll put me, but I really just want a shot at the top 15. I was in the top 15 for a long time. I think I can get back in there and I can do a lot of work there.
In some senses, do you think this is a sleeper fight, that the fans are kind of sleeping on this fight maybe?
I think maybe the fans are sleeping on this, but I think that's why the UFC kind of put this together. They're like, well, this is going to be a fun matchup, and this is going to get the crowd going. So I think that's why they kind of tossed this together.
All right, and what do you expect on Fight Night from Camacho? Again, we know what's going to happen, but still.
Hopefully a quick finish. But I don't. I think it's just going to be a war. I know Frank. We actually known each other for a while, and I just know his personality, and I know my personality. So it's going to turn into a war.
Any thoughts of having halva after that, maybe?
Oh, for sure, man. That's if I can find it here. I haven't looked. Yeah.
You will. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it's here. Okay. I'm gonna look for. That's like number one. Chocolate guy, so a lot of chocolate, and greasy chicken, fried chicken. If I can find some fried chicken, that'd be wonderful. But if not, I'll go back to the States and make sure I get to it. And then my trip to the Philippines and Thailand and Cambodia, I'll make sure to just be sick of food. So next time I fight, I don't think about it.
You know, India is pretty big on halva. You should visit
Oh, really?
something.
Yeah, I would love to. I just gotta plan something now. India. I haven't been there. I've been to so many places. I haven't been to India and Japan. Can you believe it? Those are my next two targets now, Japan and India.
Wonderful.
Yeah, we have so many good Indian food in Tokyo.
Yeah. I see what he did there. I like that.